Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today, and today I'll be talking about the show Cafe Minamdang or Minamdong. Not really sure how to pronounce it. Anyways, besides that, this show is about a guy who was a one of those profilers guy who worked for the police force. He gets sent to prison for tampering with evidence. And when he gets out, he's trying to prove that he was innocent and also find out who was the real murderer of his best friend, who happened to be a lawyer working on a case. And he ends up working beside his best friend's little sister, who's now in the police force. And they're both trying to figure out who killed her brother. And also some other murders that happened 5 years ago. He poses as a shaman in order to do these investigations. First off, I guess I'll start with the bad stuff. Why not start negative first? You know what I mean? So for me, like, the first episode was like very bad. I didn't like it at all. It was over the top, trying to be funny kind of thing. And I didn't really enjoy it at all. But I'm glad I stuck with it and stayed with it to the second episode, because after that, each episode just got better and better. However, the problem with the first episode is if you're somebody who's looking for that kind of comedy, you're going to be disappointed, because the show gets more serious as it goes along, and the comedy goes down more and more. You still got a lot of your comedy in these episodes, but they're not as heavy and over the top as they are in that first episode. So I really disliked the first episode, but more as it went on, I enjoyed this series a lot more. And I felt it as an enjoyable. You do get a good mix of both being like a serious, and then they throw in some comic areas. The other thing I didn't really like, this is my personal taste, is that I'm getting to the point, maybe because I'm getting older now, and then when I was younger it was a little bit better, but I'm getting to a point where I don't really like incompetent characters, and you get this a lot where you get these, either the policeman or the guy or the crew that's working with our male lead. They're just at times very incompetent, and it's kind of frustrating, I guess. It's meant to be comedic, but I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I don't really like that very much. I like people who are, reliable and able to do their jobs. But that's just my personal taste. So I'm not really going to take anything away from the show with that. The other downside is on this, our female lead, she has like superpowers in a way. Like, she's very strong, stronger than the men, and she can run faster than everybody else, and she can like jump really high, as you'll see like the first couple episodes. And it never explains why she's that way, because nobody else in the series can do the things that she can do. And I thought that maybe explain why she is able to do all these incredible things. They give us like a background where she trained in karate, or martial arts, I should say. However, it never explains like how this is able to give her those special abilities, because our male lead, he was the one who trained her to be able to do martial arts. And so it would have been nice to explain why she was able to do that. I thought that maybe eventually they would get to that. Maybe it was her brother spirit helping her be able to do these special abilities that she can do. Just because, that's one of the themes on here. Like, these shamans can get help from spirits and stuff. So I thought maybe her brother was helping her do that, but it never explained why she's able to do those incredible feats. So that's kind of like a bad part. Saying that, it kind of makes her sound like a Mary Sue. In that aspect, she probably is, because she took martial arts, so it'd be okay. She'd be a good fighter, but be able to, like, she actually goes from like the ground and able to jump like from wall to wall, like 15 feet at a time, to go over a building type of thing. And it never explains why she's able to do those kind of feats. But her character does have flaws and stuff. At the beginning of the series, you do get them going back and forth, which is kind of fun to listen to them go at each other and such. And this is also in this show, if you're looking for like a mystery type of show, it's not really a crime mystery. You know who the villains are pretty early. And the first time you see like the head villain guy, you're gonna know who it is. If you watch my videos, I picked him out first time he showed up. They did give me some little doubts, you know, that maybe he wasn't the guy. But in the end, I was right. He was the villain. And so it's not that kind of thing where you're trying to figure out who's the main villains or anything like that, because you'll know right away. However, it's more like them trying to get the evidence to convict the villains, to charge them with the crimes that they're doing. It's more of that kind of show. So there is some investigating going on. You do get some good action scenes if you're somebody that's into action. You get, like I said, you do have your comedy in this. If you're somebody who likes a little romance in this, in your shows, you do get the romance stuff. For me, it was like the right balance. It was like, you know, undertone over like the main plot, which I kind of like. See what else. So yeah, the good thing is that it is a very interesting show. The way that he's able to figure things out by the clues that he sees by either what people are wearing or how they talk, or even by the environment that he's in when he's just searching for clues and stuff, how he's able to pick out the little details in order to help him solve these cases. It is a very well written show as well. Besides that first episode, again, going back to that. And I would say, once again, that the first episode can be deceiving, depending on, because if you're somebody who likes these over-top comedy stuff, you're going to want to watch the show and then realize that it's not what it is. And if you're somebody who's kind of like wanting more of a serious show, you watch the first episode, you might not want to watch the other episodes because of the over-top comedic elements that are in that first episode. So if you're new to this channel and you're still hanging around, we base our reviews off of 3 criteria. One is don't recommend at all, which basically is like we figure like 10 or 20, only like 10 or 20% of the audience would actually like a show. We do recommend with caution, which means, you know, 50-50. It could go either way, depending on your taste. And then highly recommend, which we believe about 80 to 90% of the people would like this. I'm going to go with, I would recommend this. I think it is very good. I think the majority of the audience who watches this will enjoy it. Out of the 3 shows that came out on Netflix of the Korean dramas, this is probably like the second best, maybe the third best. I would probably say Attorney Woo, Alchemy of Souls, and then this one. Or you could probably flip Alchemy of Souls and Cafe Minamdang, or whatever, as the second best one that came out this past summer. But I think you will enjoy this, especially if you do like those crime type of shows. Like I said, you'll know all the villains, but it's interesting to see how they investigate the evidence to get these bad guys into jail. So hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and bye.